Hi again, this is Zale Tabachman, and we're going to talk about the LGS Opportunity Zone Fund, and specifically a due diligence question that comes up. Who is the competition? So let's get started as soon as we can. So before the focus, the LGS Opportunity Zone Fund is a Reg C fund only open to verified accredited investors through subscription. This presentation is only for informational purposes. Fund details are in the private placement memorandum. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the vegetable industry, because this is what creates a lot of the competitive advantages that we have. The root cause is critical one is the distance from harvest to market, which means in English, from California to Baltimore, Mexico to Baltimore, food is traveling 2-3 days. It affects your taste, it affects the freshness of the vegetables, it adds a lot of cost without adding a lot of value to the quality. Basically, 50% of the retail price is just transporting it from California to Baltimore. Vegetables are selected for travel, not for taste or nutrition. And it's boring. They're packaged salads. They can include herbs. Herbs are what give salads their great flavor. Consumers aren't happy with the situation. It creates organic to be expensive. They want GMO-free. They want local. The concept of Silent Spring is a book from the 60s. It was really referring to DDT, but the same problem is now with the pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, it's just spreading. It's killing frogs and bees. There's inconsistent quality and availability. Food safety is a big issue. Vegetables get pathogens. That's stuff that makes you sick. It comes from birds and animals doing their business all over the vegetables. And there's a whole bunch of other issues that go along. Okay, so just to quickly remind you what indoor vertical farming looks like. On the left-hand side, you see a quick picture of one of our grow units. On the right-hand side, you see a farm. So 15,000 square feet becomes about 120 acres. Every one of those grow units is equivalent to about an acre of land over a period of a year. The entire system is sealed. It's very similar to what's done in a pharmaceutical environment or any good food processing facility, meaning that there's no weather and there's no animals accessing everything. And we create a bunch of microenvironments. Okay, indoor vertical farming. There's lots and lots of different types of indoor vertical farming. Here's pictures of a whole bunch of the people that are in the industry. I'm going to focus in a little bit on what's actually broken up. You can break the industry into the growing method, basically how the roots receive their nutrients. There's aeroponics, which is what AeroFarms uses, which is they spray a fine mist, and the mist has the nutrients in it. Hydroponic, which wears water. The roots sit in the water, and then you add the nutrients to water. Plenty, Bowery, majority of the competitors do that. And then there's us, which is oxyfertigation. We actually create an engineered soil, a soil being organic combined with a clay. We don't dig it up in our backyards. We actually find a clean pine, and we mix it with a clay that's also clean, but essentially it becomes soil. The other way of looking at it is how things are situated. So they're vertical or they're horizontal, which I call bunk beds. Just imagine one stacked on top of the other. The lights are above, the water flows horizontally. You need all sorts of technology to get at it. AeroFarm, Bowery, True Leaf. When people think of indoor vertical farming, this is what they tend to think of. The other type of grower is a tower leaf, which is two players in the market at the big high level, which is Plenty and Local Grown Salads. A lot of smaller guys are using technology called Zip Grow. Plenty actually was built out of the Zip Grow technology. But it's essentially a tower growing. The vegetables are on a wall and they're growing face out, just like you can see the little lady standing there. The advantages against other verticals, this is ours. We have a very low capex. Our cost per vegetable is very, very low. All our farms are interconnected. So when we were growing kale in Baltimore and we were growing kale in Florida and we're growing kale in Los Angeles, it always eats exactly the same kale. we have a licensed model that lets us grow and expand very rapidly. How do we compare in technology? You have U.S. farms, and you have the Bright Farms. Bright Farms is actually a greenhouse type grower, very, very popular. They have, I think, 13 or 14 locations across the U.S. right now. Arrow Farms, Freight Farms. Our typical advantage is that we have a very high density. We grow a lot of vegetables in a very small amount of per square foot, and our cost, our capex, is extremely low. So there's a lot of advantages in there. The retail competition, which is the end product, there's non-organic salad blend competition. That would be Fresh Express and Dole. They make up about 50% of fresh salad market, and then private labels about 30%, and then it's just a bunch of everybody else out there. In the organic salad blend competition, Earthbound is number 1, Organic Girl is number 2, and then you have the house brands, and then you have locally grown and packaged. These numbers are a little older, but essentially these are the brands that you can see. We have a whole bunch of advantages over these guys. Our products are better tasting, higher nutrient count, larger range of salad blends. It's because we can add all the herbs in, because we grow everything in one site. We have a much longer shelf life. Typical shelf life is 14 days. We've seen 21 to 31 in our tests. We don't use pesticides, herbicides, or fungicides at all. It's certified insect-free. It's actually certified as kosher. The kosher certification really means that you have no insects. That's how a person should look at vegetable world. We're verified non-GMO, and we're right across everywhere. Also, we provide a fixed currency, so our contracts are 1 year based. And that is pretty much a quick summary of all the competition and how we fit in. Take care and have a great day. Bye for now.